Here's a rare one for you.
Retrospective, the best of Buffalo Springfield.
Right.
Yeah, they had a bunch of big hits, didn't they?
Well, you know who the two of the main characters in the Buffalo
I've heard.
Springfield is?
I used to know, yeah, it was years
Stephen
ago.
Stills and Neil Young.
Okay.
Those are the two big guys in the. For What It's Worth was written by Stephen Stills.
Yeah, that was it for them.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's called The Buffalo Springfield.
Yeah. Mr. Soul was written by Neil Young. Sit Down, I Think I Love You, Stephen Stills. Kind Woman. Let's see, I don't really see any. Okay, Stephen Stills wrote Bluebird. On the Way Home is Neil Young. Nowadays Clancy Can't Even Sing. That was Neil Young. Broken Arrow, Neil Young. Rock and Roll Woman, Stephen Stills. I Am a Child, Neil Young. Go and Say Goodbye, Stephen Stills. And Expecting to Fly was Neil Young. So it was a Neil Young, Stephen Stills kind of group. This was considered their, like I said, retrospective, the best of. Because they only had, what, one hit?
For What It's Worth.
Yeah, which is a good,
Yeah,
good tune.
charted songs are Bluebird, Rock and Roll Woman, Expected to Fly, and On the Way Home.
Okay, those are on here. Rock and Roll Woman was Stephen Stills. Bluebird is Stephen Stills. What was the other one?
On the Way Home, 4 Days Gone.
On the Way Home was Neil Young. There you go.
Child's Claim to Fame, Mr. Soul.
Mr. Soul was Neil Young. So I guess it had some their hits, but it was like what?
Above Three, written by Stephen Stills. That's Rock and Roll Woman, Bluebird, For What It's Worth.
Right.
And then Above Two, written by Neil Young, On the Way Home and Expecting to Fly.
Okay. So I don't know, what do you want to play?
Fury and Messina formed Poco. I didn't know that. Well, I've heard For What It's Worth, a great song, and also Bluebird, but I don't remember the other three.
So what are we talking? Broken Arrow?
Rock and Roll Woman, Expecting to Fly, and On the Way Home. I think Expecting to Fly you said was on there.
Should be. Yeah, Expecting to Fly, last one, Neil Young. Expecting to Fly, Rock and Roll Woman, and On the Way Home.
Yep, those two, Expecting to Fly and On the Way Home.
Okay.
I've never heard those.
Those are both Neil Young. Written by Neil Young. Anyway, here they are, Buffalo Springfield, where Neil Young and Stephen Stills came from. Or Crosby, Stills and Nash.
Sounds good to me.
There's a woman that you ought to know, and she's coming, singing soft and low, singing rock and roll. She's a joy to know. The shadow of her soothing hand, I am free there, just to make my plans, dream of faraway land, anything close at hand, and she will follow